This time, we're ready to start our Southern National Ayrshire show. We've got our judge, Nate Goldenberg, in the middle of the ring. He's eager to get going. We've got our milking yearlings at ringside. And we'll bring those milking yearlings into the show ring and we'll start our Southern National Ayrshire show. Over in our All-American Jersey show, Judge is looking over his lineup one more time before making his first pull. Jersey show exhibitors, we need those spring yearlings headed to ringside. Once again, Jersey show exhibitors, we need your spring yearlings to ringside. Ayrshire show exhibitors, this is a small milking yearling class. Your summer 2-year-olds should be at their ring. Please have your junior 2-year-olds headed to ringside. Ayrshire show exhibitors, your summer 2-year-olds should be at their ring, and we need your junior 2-year-olds headed to ringside. And over in our Southern National Ayrshire show ring, Judge Goldenberger's completed his placing in our first class of the day, our milking yearling class. Second in the class is entry number 128, Aragorn Cherry, exhibited by Lucille Day of Bolivar, Missouri. And winning the class is entry number 126, Top Glen Wild Things, exhibited by Elmore, Gibson, and Pennington of Eminence, Kentucky. Judge, your thoughts on our pair of milking yearlings?
Good morning. A really nice way to start the Ayrshire show. I'm winning today with this red cow. She's so much more open in her frame. She's a longer cow. She's sharper throughout. She's a little cleaner in the bone as well and has a memory system that excels in the height and width of rear udder. I like the size and shape and placement of the teats a little bit nicer than the second place cow. Second place cow's a very, very good uddered young cow, just not quite as open today and as fresh today as our first place cow, but two really nice cows to start the show. Thank you.
Congratulations again to the winner of our milk and yearling class in our Southern National Ayrshire show. Top Glen Wild Things, entry number 126, exhibited by Elmore, Gibson, and Pennington of Eminence, Kentucky. Second in the class, entry number 128, Aragorn Cherry, exhibited by Lucille Day of Bolivar, Missouri. Now in the ring is our summer 2-year-old class. Ayrshire exhibitors, we need your junior 2-year-olds at ringside. Ayrshire exhibitors, we need your junior 2-year-olds at ringside. Jersey exhibitors, judges making this first lineup in our summer yearling class. Your spring yearlings should be at ringside. Jersey show exhibitors, those spring yearlings should be at ringside. Ayrshire show exhibitors, our judges making his first lineup in our summer 2-year-old class. Those junior 2-year-olds should also be at the ring. Ayrshire exhibitors, our junior 2-year-olds should be at the ring. And over in our Southern National Ayrshire Show ring, Judge Goldenberg has completed his placing in our summer 2-year-old class. Second in the class is entry number 133, Vallow Hill Dynamic Tito's, exhibited by Mason Gudix of Sullivan, Wisconsin. First in the class is entry number 130, Palmyra Reynolds Gin, exhibited by Kylie Ray Little of Thurmont, Maryland. Congratulations. Judge, your thoughts on our summer 2-year-olds?
Really nice class of young cows out here, but this young cow here that starts the class is so dairy, so open, but it's that overall memory system that gets her to the top of this class. Higher, wider rear udder, snugger fore udder, venation all over that udder, and a free-moving cow that's really thin in her thigh and flat in her bone, and it's all those things that gets her over this second place cow. Second place cow, just a sharper individual that's a bit more open in a rib structure, and a cow that's a bit longer than the other two cows that we have out here today. Third over fourth is on overall memory system again. A cow that's a bit longer, a cow that's a bit thinner throughout, a little more open, a little longer necked, a little thinner heighted, and then this big strong red cow we have in fourth with a very, very nice memory system.
Congratulations to the winner of our summer 2-year-old class in our Ayrshire ring, entry number 130. She was also best udder in the class, Palmyra Reynolds Gin, exhibited by Kylie Ray Little of Thurmont, Maryland. Second in the class, to entry number 133, Vallow Hill Dynamic Tito's, exhibited by Vallow Hill and Easterbrook of Sullivan, Wisconsin. Third in the class, to entry number 131, Moyer Gibbs Justice, exhibited by Steve, Pauline, Rebecca, and Emily Schmidt of Delavan, Wisconsin. And fourth in the class, to entry number 129, Gillies B. King Jumpin' for Joy, exhibited by the Klein family of Milton, Indiana. Now entering the ring in our Ayrshire show is our junior 2-year-old class. And at this time, it's certainly a very appropriate time to introduce our judge for our Southern National Ayrshire show, Nate Goldenberg. Nate started showing through 4-H and FFA and went on to Oklahoma State University, receiving degrees in dairy science and a master's in nutrition. He started doing dairy nutrition in the 1980s and has milked cattle since he was 9 years old, having dairies in Oklahoma, Maryland, and Texas, selling his last in 2017. Judging has taken him throughout the U.S. and internationally. Nate has judged national Holstein, Red and White, Ayrshire, and Brown Swiss shows. Exhibiting and breeding is still a big part of his life with his family. And they've had many All-American nominations in several breeds. Two highlights have been the International Cow of the Year in 2008, Derwin Miss Special Red, Excellent 94. She was Reserve Grand, the International Red and White Show in 2007. And Roblin Norwin Bermuda, Excellent 94, Reserve Grand Champion at the International Brown Swiss Show in 2022 and in 2025. Gold Fawn Farm has bred, owned, sold, and developed hundreds of cows that have gone on to win at every level, become All-Americans, and many that scored excellent. But Nate considers his family his greatest achievement, with 3 children and 4 grandchildren, all who are involved with Gold Fawn Farm. Welcome to Nate Goldenberg of McGregor, Texas, here to our Southern National Ayrshire show. Attention Ayrshire show exhibitors, our junior 2-year-olds are in the ring. We are looking for entry number 138 from Emerald Farms. That cow is coming to the ring. If she's a scratch, please let us know. Junior 2-year-olds are in the ring. We need those senior 2-year-olds to ringside. Ayrshire show exhibitors, we need your senior 2-year-olds at ringside. And Jersey Show exhibitors are John has made his second lineup in our summer yearling class. Your spring yearlings should be at the ring. Jersey Show exhibitors, your spring yearlings should be at the ring. Attention to our Southern National Ayrshire Show ring. Judge Goldenberg has completed his placing in our junior 2-year-old class. Second in the class is entry number 142, Four Hills Are Victorious, exhibited by Major and Lee of Lebanon, Tennessee. Winning the class is entry number 140, Top Glen Burdette Wish On, exhibited by Logan Top of West Salem, Ohio. Congratulations. Nate, your thoughts on our junior 2-year-olds?
This heifer that's leading out the class, just showing me so much more quality throughout. She's sharper, more angular throughout. She's more open in the rib, deeper in the fore as well as the rear rib today, and has some more quality in the memory system today than our second place cow. Second over third is on power and strength and memory system. A snugger fore udder attachment, a higher, wider rear udder attachment than our third place cow. Third over fourth on overall dairiness throughout, style and balance. A cow that has more breed character through the head and neck and has also a more symmetrical, tighter fore udder than our fourth place cow. Fourth over fifth on style and balance throughout. A cow that's a little harder over her top, walking on a nicer set of feet and legs as well.
Congratulations to the winner of our junior 2-year-old class in our Southern National Ayrshire Show, entry number 140, Top Glen Burdette Wish-On, exhibited by Logan Top of West Salem, Ohio. Second in the class, to entry number 142, Four Hills Are Victorious, exhibited by Major and Lee of Lebanon, Tennessee. Third, to entry number 143, Smith Brothers Dynamic Gertie, exhibited by Langston Moorman of Boonville, Mississippi. Fourth, entry number 137, Palmyra Reynolds R. Gardenia, exhibited by Claire and Kara Stoltzfus of Mannheim, Pennsylvania. And fifth in the class, entry number 141, Grandview Reynolds Dope, exhibited by Emma Coleman of Palmyra, Missouri. Now on the ring is our senior 2-year-old class. Ayrshire exhibitors, we need your junior 3-year-olds at ringside. Once again, Ayrshire exhibitors, your junior 3-year-olds need to be at ringside. And over in our All-American Jersey show ring, Judge Curlow has completed his placing in our summer yearling class. Thank you again to Oak Haven Jerseys, Jerry and John Lemmerman of Galloway, Ohio, for sponsoring the class awards for our summer yearlings. Winning the class, our All-American Summer Yearling is entry number 199, Lost Brook CF Kid Rock Faith, exhibited by Michaela, Caleb, Kylie, Katie, and Jacqueline Osinga of Hyco, Texas. And second in the class, and our reserve All-American Summer Yearling is entry number 210, High Life First Prize Diva, exhibited by Jeffrey Van Patten, Addison Brown, and Haley Drescher of Preble, New York. Congratulations. Judge Crollo, your comments on our Summer Yearling class.
Well, again, an exceptional class, top to bottom, in the summer yearlings. Another extremely large class, but extreme quality from end to end. And with that being, I think a heifer that handily walks away with this class for us today. A heifer that just kind of has it all. She's so balanced. Has so much style and presence about the ring. A heifer that walks so fluent, both front and rear feet and legs, so square, so precise on all 4 feet, and a heifer that I think handily wins this class. She goes over the heifer in second on that dairiness. She's a little silkier all the way throughout her hide. She's a little longer and cleaner up through that head and neck and throat today than this really big framed, wide rumped heifer that follows here in second. The heifer in second goes over the heifer in third today. Just the way she walks out on those hind feet today. She's a little steeper about her heel. I would prefer the flex right at the pastern today than this really high styled heifer that follows along here in third. The heifer in third, just a flawless heifer in her frame. She has so much hardness over her top and dairiness all the way throughout. I just want to change the way she steps down on those hind feet today to move her up the second spot. But a beautiful, beautiful heifer in her own right. It is that crispness all the way through her top today. She holds that loin just a little bit nicer. She's a little longer and cleaner up through that head and neck today as well than this really, really open ribbed heifer that follows here in fourth. The heifer in fourth, a heifer that just has that cow look to her. She's got so much barrel, spring, and openness all the way through her midsection, and it is that advantage in her midsection and barrel today to take her over heifer in fifth, over the heifer in sixth. Just a little bit more free flowing all the way throughout today. And I prefer the drop right at that forerib today than the really long framed, high styled heifer that follows along here next. But a beautiful class of summer yearling top to bottom with a handy winner. Congratulations.
Congratulations to our Jersey exhibitors. There were 36 summer yearlings shown on our green shavings here this morning. Our class winner, the All-American Summer Yearling, was entry number 1989, Lost Brook CF Kid Rock Faith, exhibited by Michaela, Caleb, Kylie, Katie, and Jacqueline Osinga of Hico, Texas. Second in the class, entry number 210, High Life First Prize Diva, exhibited by Jeffrey Van Patten, Addison Brown, and Haley Drescher of Preble, New York. She's our reserve All-American Summer Yearling. Third in the class, entry number 203, Morning Mist Chocolate Chip Violet, exhibited by Buskey, Domeyer, Morrison, and Petzel of Mayville, Wisconsin. Fourth in the class, entry number 208, Underground Milkshakes May, exhibited by Hebgen, Kessenich, and Hughes of DeForest, Wisconsin. Fifth in the class, entry number 190, Ms. Triple T Blake's Vixen, exhibited by Noel and Tillman Peters of Danville, Indiana. Sixth in the class and winning the Bread and Owned Award is entry number 194, Cron Girls K-Rock and Sahara, exhibited by Gracie and Clancy Cron of Albany, Oregon. Seventh in the class is entry number 198, Velocity's Joel Vienna, exhibited by Jonathan, Emma, and Rachel Townsend of Lafayette, Indiana. Eighth in the class, entry number 211, Lost Brook CFKR Ladylike, exhibited by Legend Home, Fosters, and Down Home of Kaukauna, Wisconsin. Ninth in the class, entry number 117, Baker's Fashion Money, exhibited by Brinley and Ada Caldwell and Brantley Baker of Warren, Indiana. 10th in the class, entry number 204, Labels Out Ferdinand, Miami Vice, exhibited by Cole Waltemeyer of Wyalusing, Pennsylvania. Now in the ring in the All-American Jersey Show is our Spring Yearling class. Sponsor of today's Spring Yearling class for our awards is Keeman Animal Nutrition and Health. Over in our Ayrshire show ring, our judge is making his final lineup in our senior 2-year-old class. Ayrshire exhibitors, your junior 3-year-olds need to be at ringside. Once again, Ayrshire exhibitors, your junior 3-year-olds should be at ringside. Over in our Southern National Ayrshire show ring, Judge Goldenberg completed his placings in our senior 2-year-old class. Second in the class is entry number 145, Aragorn Badass, exhibited by Daniel Day of Boulevard, Missouri. Winning the class is entry number 149, Arthur Akers Ringer Allison, exhibited by Ron and Christy Ratliff and Mike and Julie Hemp of Garnett, Kansas. Congratulations. Judge, your thoughts on our senior 2-year-olds?
What a quality class of 2-year-old cows. Really, really, really good set of cows. I'm winning with the cow today on overall memory system, a cow that's fresh with her second calf. I'm going to grant you right off the bat, she's a bit too heavy for me still, but that memory system blows me away. Height and width of rear udder, strong median suspensory ligament, teats tucked up underneath there, nicely placed underneath the udder. And it's the quality of that memory system that gets her over this second place cow. Second over third, also a cow that's had 2 calves. She's got a little bit more bloom to her memory system as well as snugger udder attachment. A cow that's got more strength and width and length throughout today. Third over fourth is a cow that follows my pattern of my first 2 cows. Third over fourth has more depth, more openness throughout, a little bit more height and width of rear udder, and a snugger fore-udder attachment than our 4th place cow. Fourth over fifth today on overall style, and a little bit more venation on her udder today, and a little bit more height and width of her rear udder than this beautiful white cow that just gives you a beautiful look from the side profile.
Congratulations to the winner of our senior 2-year-old class, entry number 149. She was also best udder in the class, Arthur Akers Ringer Allison, exhibited by Ron and Christy Ratliff and Mike and Julie Hemp of Garnett, Kansas. Second, to entry number 145, Aragorn Badass, exhibited by Daniel Day of Boulevard, Missouri. Third, to entry number 148, Red Carpet GW Barbie Tangs, exhibited by Garrett Schmidt and Red Carpet Holsteins of Melrose, Wisconsin. Fourth, to entry number 144, MJH Ringer Precious, exhibited by Mike and Julie Hemp of Beaverville, Illinois. And fifth in the class, to entry number 146, Car Air Reynolds Chocolate Chunk, exhibited by Emma Coleman of Palmyra, Missouri. Now in the ring, in our Ayrshire show, is our junior 3-year-old class. Ayrshire exhibitors, we need your senior 3-year-olds to ringside. Once again, Ayrshire show exhibitors, your senior 3-year-olds should be headed to ringside. This time in our All-American Jersey Show, we'd like to ask Neil Smith, Reagan Johnson, Lauren Bryant, Bridget Allen, Rhea Miller, Morgan Osborne Wathley, Emma Coleman, Emma Wiley, Hadley Hurling, Abby Yoder, J.D. Geyer, Boone Miller, Graham Jenkins, Colby Maston, Eleanor Hanahan, and Paisley Kessenich to come to ringside for a presentation. Ayrshire Show exhibitors, our judges made his first lineup in our junior 3-year-old class. Your senior 3-year-olds should be at ringside. That'll be followed by our selection of intermediate champion. Attention Ayrshire Show exhibitors, so judges making his final lineup in our junior 3-year-old class. Your senior 3-year-olds should be at ringside. That'll be followed by our selection of our intermediate champion. So we need those cows headed to the ring as well. Judge Goldberg has completed his placing in our junior 3-year-old class in the Southern National Ayrshire Show. Second in class is entry number 162, Martin Place Galaxy, exhibited by Cameron Caruso of Gorham, Maine. Winning the class is entry number 161, Blind Buck Valley Paprika, exhibited by Retzo Holsteins and Jared Jablonski of Shodak Landing, New York. Congratulations. Judge, your thoughts on our junior 3-year-olds?
These first two in the class just are really, really close placing. But when you analyze them, this red cow here has just got more middle to her today, a longer-sided cow, a cow that excels in overall memory system, having a more capacious memory system, a stronger median suspensory ligament, more width throughout her rear udder, and moving so much freer on her rear legs than the second place cow. Second over third on style and balance, a cow that runs uphill. She has a beautiful memory system, a stronger forudder attachment, more correct curvature of her rear udder than our third place cow today as well. Third over fourth on overall memory system, more quality throughout, a higher, wider rear udder, and a cow that also has more width throughout, wider through the floor of her chest than the speckled cow we have in fourth. Fourth over fifth, more balance from left to right in her memory system, more quality of her memory system as well. A cow that shows more style and balance throughout as well, and more breed character for me and more width through the rump than our fifth place cow. Fifth over sixth on overall memory system, more height and width of rear udder, more capacious memory system throughout.
There were 9 junior 3-year-olds exhibited in our Southern National Ayrshire Show. Winning the class is entry number 161, Blind Buck Valley Paprika, exhibited by Retzo Holsteins and Jared Jablonski of Shodak Landing, New York. Second in the class, entry number 162, Martin Place Galaxy, exhibited by Cameron Caruso of Gorham, Maine. Third, entry number 159, Margot Caramel, exhibited by the Klein family and Birchland Farms of Milton, Indiana. Fourth in the class, entry number 158, Palmyra Petition R. Gigi, exhibited by Peter Vale of Englewood, Florida. Fifth, entry number 153, 4-star champ My Pie, exhibited by Kathy Brenner of Shannon, Illinois. Sixth, Attention number 155, Steel Fire Viking Kathy, exhibited by Kylie Ray Little of Thurmont, Maryland. 7, attention number 156, Camille, exhibited by Megan Klossner of Turin, New York. 8th, attention 160, MJH Ringer Tate, exhibited by Mike and Julie Ham of Beaverville, Illinois. And 9th in the class, entry number 152, Double RT Dixon Olive, exhibited by Garrett Weldy of Elkhart, Indiana. Now in the ring, in our Southern National Ayrshire show, is our senior 3-year-old class. Ayrshire exhibitors, after this class, will be selecting our intermediate champion. All of those cows that were first or second today in their classes should be at ringside. Ayrshire show exhibitors, we're looking for one more senior 3-year-old. Actually, no, we are not. She's a scratch. Thank you. Attention Jersey Show exhibitors, our judge is making his first pull in our spring yearling class. We need your winter yearlings to ringside. Jersey Show exhibitors, we need your winter yearlings at ringside. And in our Southern National Ayrshire show ring, Judge Goldberg has completed his placing in our senior 3-year-old class. Second in the class, entry number 163, SML Ring Beth Dutton, exhibited by Sarah Pulver, Lori Benson, and Molly Doty of Tunbridge, Vermont. Winning the class and also named Best Udder is entry number 167, Heinemann Tuxedo Sriracha, exhibited by Peter Vale of Englewood, Florida. Judge, your thoughts on our senior 3-year-old class?
Quite a handy winner in this 3-year-old class. She's sharper, more angular, a cow that's more open and more capacity through her middle today than our second place cow. It's that balance of the memory system, a little smoother through her foreudder, a little longer in her foreudder, a stronger median suspensory ligament. You like the size and shape of her teat and placement a bit better than a big, powerful cow we have in second. But it's that overall dairiness and breed characteristic that gets her over this second place cow, first over second. Second over third, a cow that excels in memory system, a higher, wider rear udder, a snugger foreudder, a cow that's a bit longer from nose to tail as well. Third over fourth on overall style and balance throughout. A cow that's cleaner in her bone, cleaner through her thigh, and more open in her rib structure than this big, powerful cow that rounds the class out.
Congratulations to the winner of our senior 3-year-old class, entry number 167. She's also our best udder in the class, Heinemann Tuxedo Sriracha, exhibited by Peter Vale of Englewood, Florida. Second is entry number 163, SML Ring Beth Dutton, exhibited by Sarah Pulver, Lori Benson, and Molly Doty of Tunbridge, Vermont. Third in the class, entry number 164, Still Dreamin' Tuxedo Candy Cookie, exhibited by Diesel Dixon of Conway, Missouri. Fourth in the class, entry number 165, JSB Acres Watch Me Shine, exhibited by Carter Brandstetter and Ryland Pike of Hardyville, Kentucky. Now entering the ring are those cows competing for the title of Intermediate Champion of our 2025 Southern National Ayrshire Show. We'll introduce them as they come into the ring. From our Milking Yearling class, our winner was entry number 126, Top Glen Wild Things, exhibited by Elmore, Gibson, and Pennington of Eminence, Kentucky. Second in the class, entry number 128, Aragorn Cherry, exhibited by Lucille Day of Bolivar, Missouri. In our summer 2-year-old class, our winner was entry number 130, Palmyra Reynolds Gin, exhibited by Kylie Ray Little of Thurmont, Maryland. Second in that class was entry 133, Vallow Hill Dynamic Tito's, exhibited by Vallow Hill and Easterbrook of Sullivan, Wisconsin. In our junior 2-year-old class, our winner was entry number 140, Top Glen Burdette Wishon, exhibited by Logan Top of West Salem, Ohio. Second in the class was entry number 142, Four Hills Are Victorious, exhibited by Major and Lee of Lebanon, Tennessee. From our senior 2-year-old class, our winner was entry number 149, Arthur Akers Ringer Allison, exhibited by Ron and Christy Ratliff and Mike and Julie Hemp of Garnett, Kansas. Second in that class was entry 145, Aragorn Badass, exhibited by Daniel Day of Bolivar, Missouri. From our junior 3-year-old class, our winner was entry number 161, Blind Buck Valley Paprika, exhibited by Retzo Holsteins and Jared Jablonski of Shodak Landing, New York. Second in that class was entry 162, Martin Place Galaxy, exhibited by Cameron Caruso of Gorham, Maine. And in our senior 3-year-old class, our winner once again was entry 167, Heinemann Tuxedo Sriracha, exhibited by Peter Vale of Englewood, Florida. Second in that class was entry number 163, SML Ring Beth Dutton, exhibited by Sarah Pulver, Lori Benson, and Molly Doty of Tunbridge, Vermont. These are our cows competing for the title of Intermediate Champion of our Southern National Ayrshire Show. And turning our attention back to our All-American Jersey Show, we've got some other fun things to announce here. Yesterday, 54 youth took the microphone in the 4th annual Give Us Your Best 60-Second Intro public speaking contest before the start of the Pot of Gold sale. The contestants ranged in age from just 7 years old to 20 years old. Truly a contest for the ages. Each participant was asked to step up to the microphone, introduce themselves, and tell us why they are here in Louisville, and then answer one of the toughest questions of the week. If you were a type of cheese, what kind would you be and why? We heard some very creative answers. Pepper Jack was a popular pick because, as several contestants put it, they're just a little spicy. Mozzarella was another favorite for being flexible and bendy. One brave participant even chose Limburger. We'll let you decide why. We've also heard about cream cheese, cottage cheese, good old American, and of course, many, many fans of Swiss, because everyone knows it's what's inside that counts. In total, we had 9 seniors, 14 intermediates, and 31 junior members share their 1-minute introductions. Each one a fun and memorable look into the personalities of our outstanding youth. Our judges yesterday, Amy Voss of Maribel, Wisconsin, Moira Poitras of Brimfield, Massachusetts, and Jason Johnson of Northwood, New Hampshire, had the difficult task of selecting the top 5 in each age division. Each of those finalists will receive a cash prize here in the ring today. Every contestant walked away with a gift card for their efforts, and we thank them all for bringing such creativity and confidence to this event. Our contest sponsor and longtime supporter of dairy youth programs cannot be with us today, Dr. Catherine Knowlton. We'd like to have Neil Smith help with the presentations. Ringside to present our cash prizes for our top 5 in each division. This year we're going to be recognizing 5 youth from each division. These 15 youth will all receive $25 to $50 cash prizes for being among the top 5 in their division. And the overall winner receives a $100 cash prize, and a reserve overall winner a $50 cash prize. We do know that a couple of our participants are showing in the ring at this time, so we'll excuse them for that. But in our senior division, receiving the $25 cash gifts are Rhea Miller and Morgan Osborne Wathley. Congratulations. Our $50 cash winners are Reagan Johnson, Lauren Bryant, and Bridget Allen. Congratulations, those top 3. In our intermediate division, receiving $25 cash gifts are Emma Wiley and Hadley Hurling. And our $50 cash winners are Abby Yoder, J.D. Geyer, and Emma Coleman. And in our junior division, receiving $25 cash gifts are Colby Maston and Paisley Kessenich. And our $50 cash winners in the junior division are Boone Miller, Eleanor Hanahan, and Graham Jenkins. Let's give this group a big round of applause. We are now excited to announce the 2 overall winners in the Give Your Best 60-second intro speaking contest. The reserve winner of the competition hails from the junior division. Congratulations to Boone Miller. Congratulations, Boone. I'm going to take his parents to dinner with all that money. And your overall winner hails from the senior division, receiving an additional cash prize of $100 is Miss Emma Coleman. Congratulations. We'll take some pictures now. Congratulations. If you have the opportunity in the future to watch or participate in this competition, please take that time to do it. What an incredible showcase of dairy youth and their talents. We thank all of our kids that participated yesterday in our fun event. Now over here in our Southern National Ayrshire show, Judge Goldenberg has the microphone. Looks like he's pulled out his final 4 cows in contention for our selection of intermediate champion. Nate?
Give these exhibitors and breeders a huge round of applause, and I mean huge. I pulled out my senior 2-year-old. I thought she needed to come out here. Second calf, just fresh, fabulous memory system. A cow that's just going to get better and better. Then I pulled out my 2 junior 3-year-olds. They were so close in class, but yet a little bit different enough to make my decision a little easier when it finally happened. And then I brought my senior 3-year-old out, an ultra dairy cow, a cow that's like that beautiful breed characteristic through the head and neck. I'm going to go out. I'm going to name my intermediate, reserve, and honorable mention in that order. And please give them a round of applause, and then I'll come and tell you why I did what I did. Congratulations. I'm kind of a meat and potato kind of guy. I just came out and gave my awards. They told me I'm on a little tighter time frame than some of them, and I'll tell you why I did what I did. These 2 junior 3-year-olds are exceptionally good cows. I said earlier that our first place cow won the Best Udder Award, and it's even more evident right now than it was when I had them in class. Stronger median suspensory ligament, higher, wider rear udder, but the style and balance of this second place junior 3-year-old and the quality of her uddery, especially the fore-udder, more balanced on the floor, tighter, snugger fore-udder than this beautiful dairy cow we have here for our honorable mention. Congratulations.
Congratulations to the intermediate champion of the 2025 Southern National Ayrshire Show, our winning junior 3-year-old, entry 161, Blind Buck Valley Paprika, exhibited by Cassandra Chittenden, Retza Holsteins, and Jared Jablonski of Shodak Landing, New York. Our reserve intermediate champion was our second place junior 3-year-old, entry number 162, Martin Place Galaxy, exhibited by Cameron Caruso of Gorham, Maine. Our honorable mention intermediate champion was our winning senior 3-year-old, entry number 167, Heinemann Tuxedo Sriracha, exhibited by Peter Vale of Englewood, Florida. Congratulations. We'll take a few photos, and then Ayrshire exhibitors will move into our 4-year-old class. Once again, Ayrshire exhibitors. Our next class in the ring is a 4-year-old class. Pretty small class. We need those 5-year-olds to ringside as well. Ayrshire exhibitors, our classes are quite small going forward. 4-year-olds are in the ring. We need your 5-year-old cows and your age cows to ringside. And over in our All-American Jersey Show ring, Judge Curlow's completed his placing in our spring yearling class. Second in class, winning the Bred and Owned Award, the Reserve All-American Spring Yearling is entry number 274, Ms. Kid Rock Marley, exhibited by Ryder Jersey Farm and Joseph and Amanda Nash of Albion, New York. Winning the class, she's the All-American Spring Yearling, is entry number 260. Miss Sheraton's T.S. Serene, exhibited by Glamour View, Yeager and Walton of Walkersville, Maryland. Congratulations. Judge, your thoughts on our Spring Yearling class?
Ladies and gentlemen, if you would, please put your hands together for this class. We got at least 10, and I'm not, I would take anything away from that after the 10th place heifer, but we got at least 10 in this class that are big league type of heifers. And I think for me today, the longer this heifer was in the class, I loved her when she came in, and the longer she was in here, I think the easier she won it. A heifer that's just so complete. She's so balanced, a heifer that's extremely dairy. She's open in her midsection. And you get behind this heifer, she's got so much width that she carries through those hooks and pins, carries that width right through that ox today, and tracks so precise on those hind feet and legs. She has a reason she goes over the heifer in second. The one year behind, she is just a little wider in that rump. She does track just a little bit more precise on those rear feet and legs today than another really similar frame-made heifer here that comes in second. The heifer in second over the heifer in third, a really balanced heifer. It's on that rib structure. She's more open about her rib today. She shows me more drop in both fore and rear rib today as well than that really high styled heifer that follows along here in third. The heifer in third over the heifer in fourth. She shows me a little more breed character up through the head and neck today. She's a little longer in that neck region, and she blends just a little nicer from the shoulder right into the neck than that really wide rump heifer that follows along here in fourth. The heifer in fourth over the heifer in fifth today. Just the way she carries her loin today, particularly out on the move. She's a little crisper all the way through her top today than another really deep rib silky heifer that follows along here in fifth. The heifer in fifth over the heifer in sixth. It is on that silkiness. She's a little more naturally dairy about her rib structure. She shows me a little
There were 39 spring yearlings exhibited in our All-American Jersey show. Thank you to Keeman Animal Nutrition and Health for being the sponsor of our class awards. Winning the class, the All-American Spring Yearling is entry number 260, Miss Sheraton's T.S. Serene, exhibited by Glamour View, Yeager and Walton of Walkersville, Maryland. Second in the class, entry number 274, she's our reserve All-American Spring Yearling, Miss Kid Rock Marley, exhibited by Ryder Jersey Farm and Joseph and Amanda Nash of Albion, New York. Third in the class, entry number 237, Penwood Victorious Hat Trick, exhibited by Mila DeCastro of Myersdale, Pennsylvania. Fourth in the class, to entry 236, Dorado KV Sesame Seed, exhibited by Hank and Carolyn Van Exel of Lodi, California. Fifth in the class, entry number 245, Spats Hidalgo Lucy, exhibited by Jason and Jared Perio, Adeline Ford, and Aria Peckel of Vaguita, New Mexico. Sixth, entry number 268, Cash In Verona's Vignette, exhibited by Eleanor Hanahan of Mount Upton, New York. Seventh in the class, to entry 273, Freedom Lane VIP Gabby, exhibited by John and Grayson Van Patten and Haley Drescher of Pueblo, New York. Eighth in the class, and in a correction from what I said earlier, this is our Bread Known Award winner, entry number 255, Meadow Ridge Draco Sugarberry, exhibited by Mark, Michael, Caton, Tanny, and Tanny Reeby, and Aaliyah and Alexa Anderson of Cumberland, Wisconsin. Ninth in the class, to entry number 248, Ratliff Victorious Amelia, exhibited by Ron and Christy Ratliff of Garnett, Kansas. And 10th in the class, to entry number 554, High Life Metallica Glitter, exhibited by Caton Bursick of Helena, Ohio. Now in the ring is our Winter Yearling class. Windermere Realty Trust, owned by Patrick Gorley of Portland, Oregon, sponsors the Winter Yearling class here in our Jersey show. Pat, if you're available, we'd love to have you come to the Jersey ring for the class sponsorship presentation. Over in our Southern National Ayrshire show ring, Judge Goldberg's completed his placing in our 4-year-old cow class. Second in the class is entry number 178, Grandview Burdette Devi, exhibited by Peter Vale of Englewood, Florida. Winning the class, and also named Best Udder, is entry number 176, Old and Lazy Gentle Winnie, exhibited by Kaysen and Colby Osborne and Georgia Hazelwood of Lewisburg, Tennessee. Judge, your comments on our 4-year-old class.
I'm winning with this cow today. That she's so much dairier, so much more style and balance, longer through that head and neck and more feminine through that head and neck than our second place cow. But it's that overall memory system, more height and width to the rear udder. I like the size and shape of her teats better than I like our second place cow. Second over third is on overall power throughout. Just so much more cow. A cow that's deeper in her heart, longer in her side, and got more venation on her memory system than this pretty uddered young cow we have out here in third.
Congratulations to the winner of our 4-year-old class here in our Southern National Ayrshire show. Also, Best Udder, number 176, Old and Lazy Gentle Winnie, exhibited by Kaysen and Colby Osborne and Georgia Hazelwood of Lewisburg, Tennessee. Second, to entry number 178, Grandview Burdette Devi, exhibited by Peter Vale of Englewood, Florida. Third in the class, to entry number 174, Silver Lane Reagan's Brandy, exhibited by Caitlin Small of Huntington, Massachusetts. Now in the ring, in our Ayrshire show, is our 5-year-old class. Once again, Ayrshire breeders, this is a smaller class. We need your age cows at ringside. Ayrshire exhibitors, your age cows should be at ringside. Over in our Southern National Ayrshire show ring, Judge Goldberg's completed his placing, and in our 5-year-old class, second in the class is entry number 188, Ellers Berkeley Tipsy, exhibited by Elmore, Gibson, Muse, and Stump of Eminence, Kentucky. And winning the class, and also named Best Udder, is entry number 187, Moyer Berkeley Darling, exhibited by Steve, Pauline, Rebecca, and Emily Schmidt of Delavan, Wisconsin. Judge, your thoughts on our 5-year-old cow class?
Quite a handy winner in this class. This cow excels in everything: style, balance, openness, memory system, feet and legs, the whole gamut. She has the whole package for me today. You love the speckled cow on the move. You like the speckled cow when she's set up. She's so feminine. She's so sharp throughout. She's so hard over that top. That gets her over this second place cow that's had 5 calves. You admire that, a 5-year-old with 5 calves, but just not quite as stylish throughout, not as strong through those crops, a little bit roachy in her top. But that's her memory system, and her depth of body gets her over this pretty white cow today. That's the second place cow's got so much more bloom to her memory system. Again, a cow that's freer moving on her rear legs than our third place cow as well, but not taking a lot away from this third place cow. Beautiful uddered cow.
Congratulations to the winner of our 5-year-old cow class, entry number 187. She's also our best uddered cow in the class, Moyer Berkeley Darling, exhibited by Steve, Pauline, Rebecca, and Emily Schmidt of Delavan, Wisconsin. Second in the class, entry number 188, Ellers Berkeley Tipsy, exhibited by Elmore, Gibson, Muse, and Stump of Eminence, Kentucky. And third in the class, entry number 184, Car Air Rouge Chocolate Chip, exhibited by Emma Coleman of Palmyra, Missouri. Now in the ring is our final individual class of the day, our age cow class. Ayrshire exhibitors, our age cow class is in the ring. We'll be selecting our senior champion next. If you were first or second in an older cow class here today, those cows should be at ringside. They'll be followed by a selection of grand champion. And over in our Southern National Ayrshire show ring, Judge Goldenberg has completed his placing in our H-Cow class. Second in the class is entry number 189, Hoyt Hill Lax's No Lax, exhibited by Braxton and Easton Steinlage of Lawler, Iowa. Winning the class is entry number 194, Lazy M Distinct Reason, exhibited by Kaysen and Colby Osborne and Georgia Hazelwood of Lewisburg, Tennessee. Congratulations. Judge Goldenberger, your comments on our H-Cow class.
Cow that's starting this class is so much longer, so much harder through her top, so much sharper through her shoulder, having more fore as well as rear rib today for me, and moving on a much better set of feet and legs. But again, it's that memory system, that high and wide rear udder, the symmetry of her memory system throughout that gets her over this red cow we have in second. Second over third, it's a bit closer placing for me. But when you analyze the two cows, the red cow is freer moving. Again, a cow that has a flatter bone, a cleaner hock throughout, and more open in that rib structure for me today, and has more width through the front end, through the muzzle, through the floor of her chest than our third place cows. Third over fourth on overall style and balance throughout. A cow that excels in her memory system, having a higher, wider rear udder, more capacious memory system than this great big, long, tall cow we have in fourth. Congratulations.
Congratulations to the winner of our H-Cow class and our Southern National Ayrshire show. She's entry number 194, Lazy M Distinct Reason. She also is our best udder in the class, exhibited by Kaysen and Colby Osborne and Georgia Hazelwood of Lewisburg, Tennessee. Second in the class, entry number 189, Hoyt Hill I Lax's No Lax, exhibited by Braxton and Easton Steinlage of Lawler, Iowa. Third, entry number 192, Maori's Dazzle Mia, exhibited by Avery Kaufman of Berlin, Pennsylvania. Fourth in the class, entry number 191, Emerald Farms Sweet Delight, exhibited by Cassidy, Taylor, Corey, and Cody Jodry of Winchester, Ohio. Now in the ring are those cows competing for senior champion female. From our 4-year-old class, our winner was entry number 176, Old and Lazy Gentle Winnie, exhibited by Kaysen and Colby Osborne and Georgia Hazelwood of Lewisburg, Tennessee. Second, entry number 178, Grandview Burdette Devi, exhibited by Peter Vale of Englewood, Florida. From our 5-year-old class, our winner was entry number 187, Moy Air Berkeley Darling, exhibited by Steve, Pauline, Rebecca, and Emily Schmidt of Delavan, Wisconsin. Second in that class was entry 188, Ellers Berkeley Tipsy, exhibited by Elmore, Gibson, Muse, and Stump of Eminence, Kentucky. And in our H-Cow class, once again, our winner was entry number 194, Lazy M Distinct Reason, exhibited by Kaysen and Colby Osborne and Georgia Hazelwood of Lewisburg, Tennessee. Second to entry 189, Hoyt Hill I Lax's No Lax, exhibited by Braxton and Easton Steinlage of Lawler, Iowa. Congratulations to our Ayrshire breeders on a really high-quality older cow show. This time, Judge Goldberg is approaching the microphone. He'll be telling us about the final 4 cows he has out in the middle of the ring and in contention for senior champion female, and then make his selection. Judge?
Give these Ayrshire folks a round of applause, please. I know I'm not quite done yet, but they gave me a tight time to judge these cows, and I am in great shape on time. So I'm going to tell you a few little stories because I haven't made up my mind yet on what I'm going to win with out here for my senior champion, because they're all really good cows. I've never owned a good Ayrshire cow, I don't think, but these 4, I'd like to own all 4 of them. 4-year-old cow out here, you just love a lot of things about her. She's got a beautiful memory system. She's got that silky hide, that long neck. Really a very, very fine young cow. Then we got this 5-year-old out here that exudes style and balance throughout with a lovely memory system. A cow that walks on a great set of feet and legs. Then we've got an aged cow out here with a smashed on memory system, high and wide rear udder, snug fore udder, a cow that's as long as a whale rope. And then I've got my 2nd place aged cow out here. You just admire the strength and width and breed character that this cow has with a very nice memory system as well. I'm going to go out. I'm going to select my senior champion, my reserve, and my honorable mention. And please give them a big round of applause as I do so. Boys, it don't get more fun than this. When you got 2 cows like this to pick from, show wasn't big, but man, quality was deep. This aged cow is so long from end to end, and she's got a higher, wider rear udder today and a nicer teat size and shape than her 5-year-old cow today. You admire the 5-year-old cow for her depth throughout and her style and balance, but it's that overall memory system on that aged cow that gets her there. And then you just have to admire this beautiful uddered 4-year-old out here, a cow that also has that beautiful breed characteristic throughout, walking on a really good set of feet and legs. I wish she was a bit stronger on her pasterns, but she's not. But that's a fault of hers today, and it's not a very big one because she's pretty free-moving kind of a cow. Congratulations to all the exhibitors today.
Congratulations to the senior champion of our 2025 Southern National Ayrshire Show. She's our winning age cow, entry 194, Lazy M Distinct Reason, exhibited by Kaysen and Colby Osborne and Georgia Hazelwood of Lewisburg, Tennessee. Our reserve senior champion is our winning 5-year-old cow, entry 187, Moyer Berkeley Darling, exhibited by Steve, Pauline, Rebecca, and Emily Schmidt of Delavan, Wisconsin. And our honorable mention senior champion is our 4-year-old cow, entry 176, Old and Lazy Gentle Winnie, exhibited by Kaysen and Colby Osborne and Georgia Hazelwood of Lewisburg, Tennessee. Congratulations. Take a few photos, and then we'll be bringing our intermediate champions back into the ring to compete for grand champion of our Southern National Ayrshire Show. Over in our All-American Jersey Show, our judges are making their 2nd lineup in our winter yearling class. Jersey Show exhibitors, Next on deck is our selection of our junior genomic champion female and our junior champion female. Those animals eligible to compete for those awards should be ringside at this time. Once again, if you are competing for our junior genomic champion female or junior champion female awards, your heifers should be at the ring. Also in our Southern National Ayrshire Show ring, congratulations to our reserve senior champion and our winning 5-year-old. She's our Total Performance Award winner of the show. Entry 187, Moyer Berkeley Darling, exhibited by Steve, Pauline, Rebecca, and Emily Schmidt of Delavan, Wisconsin. She's also our Total Performance Award winner today. At this time, our intermediate champions will join our senior champions out in the ring for our selection of Grand Champion Female of our Southern National Ayrshire Show. Our intermediate champion female was our winning junior 3-year-old cow, entry number 161, Blind Buck Valley Paprika, exhibited by Retzo Holsteins and Jared Jablonski of Shodak Landing, New York. And our reserve intermediate champion was our second place junior 3-year-old, entry number 162, Martin Place Galaxy, exhibited by Cameron Caruso of Gorham, Maine. And again, they join our senior champions. Our senior champion, one more time, was our winning age cow, entry 194, Lazy M Distinct Reason, exhibited by Kaysen and Colby Osborne and Georgia Hazelwood of Lewisburg, Tennessee. Our reserve senior champion was our winning 5-year-old, entry number 187, Moyer Berkeley Darling, exhibited by Steve, Pauline, Rebecca, and Emily Schmidt of Delavan, Wisconsin. These are our 4 cows out in the ring and in contention for a title of Grand Champion. And one more time, turning over to our Southern National Ayrshire Show ring for a selection of Grand Champion. Our judge, Nate Goldenberg, has his intermediate champions and his senior champions lined up out there, and I know he's had a chance to look them over from head to tail. Nate, your thoughts and your selection of Grand Champion of our 2025 Southern National Ayrshire Show.
For the last time this morning, I'm going to ask you to give these Ayrshire breeders, exhibitors, a round of applause. I know I have another day of judging heifers tomorrow, but I want to first of all thank the North American International Livestock Exposition for having me judge the show. It's an honor to get to judge any show, but to get to judge a national show is a huge honor. They called me up and they asked me if I would be willing to judge the show, and I asked the young lady who was on the phone if she was sure she was talking to the right person, because I haven't judged a national show in a long time. I've been doing this for over 46 years, judging. I got my first gig in Oklahoma when I was milking cows as a young man. I didn't have any place to take my son. He was 18 months old. I took him in the middle of the ring with me. He was latched to my leg the whole time. He never left my leg, never said a word, never cried, never asked for anything. And I'll remember that to this day. He'll be 48 years old in about 2 months. So that's how I know that it's been 46 years that I started this. So I've done it a while. I've done nutrition work. I've milked cows. I bought commercial cattle all over the United States. I've showed a few, and this is a hell of an honor for me. And I want you to know I'm tearing up right now. I got to thank, first of all, the Lord up above for giving me the opportunity again to live a good life, to stay healthy, have a lovely family that's healthy and well, that are at home. Some are doing work, some are not. Some are playing football, some are playing volleyball, some are doing this and some are doing that, but the stuff at home is getting done. I'm going to talk about each one of these cows again for a minute. Junior 3-year-old, fabulous memory system cow. Second place, junior 3-year-old reserve, just style balance galore. Then our age cow that was senior champion, just a tremendously long cow from nose to tail with a fabulous memory system, high and wide rear udder attachment. It's well above the hocks for as many calves as she had. And then I've got our beautiful balanced 5-year-old out here again with a beautiful memory system. I'm not going to take a lot of time out here to pick my grand reserve and honorable mention, but I'm going to do it, and then I'm going to tell you why I did it. Congratulations. While I'm walking to my honorable mention grand, I'm going to tell you why I did it. Congratulations. This age cow just puts it all together. She's long, she's dairy, she's got that beautiful style and balance, but it's that overall memory system today. Having as many calves as she's had, she's an easy grand for me. And then I'm going with this junior 3-year-old that's probably the best uddered cow for me of the show today, and that's what gets her over this 5-year-old. It's that quality of the memory system, that snug 4-udder attachment, that size and shape of her teats. Over this 5-year-old cow today. And I'm not taking a lot away from this second place junior 3-year-old. She's a fine young cow. They all four deserve to be out here. Congratulations to everybody. Thank you for having me.
Congratulations to the grand champion of the 2025 Southern National Ayrshire Show, our senior champion, our winning age cow, entry number 194, Lazy M Distinct Reason, exhibited by Casey and Colby Osborne and Georgia Hazelwood of Lewisburg, Tennessee. Our reserve grand champion is our intermediate champion and our winning junior 3-year-old, entry number 161, Blind Buck Alley Paprika, exhibited by Retza Holsteins and Jared Jablonski of Shodak Landing, New York. And our honorable mention grand champion was our reserve senior champion and winning 5-year-old, entry number 187, Moyer Berkeley Darling, exhibited by Steve, Pauline, Rebecca, and Emily Schmidt of Delavan, Wisconsin. Congratulations. Ayrshire exhibitors, we'll take a few pictures and then we'll move into our group classes, our senior best 3. If you're coming, now's the time to show up for your group classes. Over in our All-American Jersey show, Judge Curlos completed his placing, and in our winter yearling class, second in class, the reserve All-American Winter Yearling is entry number 299, Rock and Roll Satisfaction, exhibited by Christy Ellsworth, Nicole Wright, and Peyton Wright of Mount Morris, New York. And winning the class and also winning the Bread Known Award, she's our All-American Winter Yearling, entry number 295, Ratliff, Comerica Dana, exhibited by Ron and Christy Ratliff of Garnett, Kansas. Congratulations. Judge Crollo, you're wrapping it up. Comments on your Winter Yearling class?
Well, again, another exceptional class, winter yearlings from end to end, and I know this ain't the biggest heifer in the class by any stretch of anyone's imagination, but she's the best heifer in the class today, a heifer that just spells quality. She's so clean, she's so angular, she's so dairy, a heifer that moves out so freely on those hind feet and legs today, a heifer that just spells balance from end to end. It is that overall dairiness and quality all the way throughout. She's a little silkier of her hide, she's a little cleaner down through the thigh, and she's a little cleaner right down through the bone of her hock today than that really hard top, big framed heifer that follows here in second. The heifer in second over the heifer in third. It's when you get behind these pair of heifers, she's a little wider, she's a little flatter right through that rump structure today. She blends just a little nicer from that pelvic bone right back through that tail head today than another really silky open ribbed heifer that follows here in third. The heifer in third over the heifer in fourth. Just when they get in line, she holds herself just a little nicer up through that crop region today than another really well-made heifer that follows here in fourth. The heifer in fourth goes over this dairy feminine heifer in fifth here, just the way she moves on those hind feet and legs. I prefer this set to the hock today, and the way she steps down right on those rear pasterns today than this really hybrid charactered heifer that follows here in fifth. The heifer in fifth, tremendous dairy quality from end to end, and it is that advantage of drop to both fore and rear flank today to take her over the really wide rump heifer that follows along here in next. But a tremendous class of winter yearlings. Congratulations.
Congratulations to our Jersey Show exhibitors. There were 21 winter yearlings exhibited. Our winning entry also wins the Bread Known Award. She's our All-American Winter Yearling heifer, entry number 295, Ratliff Comerica Dana, exhibited by Ron and Christy Ratliff of Garnett, Kansas. Second in the class, our reserve All-American Winter Yearling heifer is entry number 299, Rock and Roll Satisfaction, exhibited by Christy Ellsworth, Nicole Wright, and Peyton Wright of Mount Morris, New York. Third in the class, entry number 285, Hay Bale VIP Edelweiss, exhibited by Brian Bailey and Sophia Delude of Machias, New York. Fourth, entry number 289, Vera Victorious Sangria, exhibited by Addison Lordy, Mia Berry, and Cade Batchelor of Sherwood, Oregon. Fifth in the class, entry number 298, Kid Rock Jammer, exhibited by Elsie, Avalon, John, and Mark Matthews of Portales, New Mexico. Sixth in the class,